Good morning, everyone. This is Fender. It's Tuesday morning, February 20th, 2018, time 1:03 a.m. here in New York City, my city, which is the greatest city in the world, located in the greatest country in the world. Yeah, babies. This video is on Aboriginal Americans. Excuse my voice. I have a little cold now. I've been doing some studies for a few months now. Who are the real Americans? Talk about United States Americans, my country. And I, for the longest, believed that Native American Indians were the first people to, I guess, can make a claim they've been here before the Europeans. But my studies have shown me several months ago that statement that the Native Americans claiming they are the true Americans, the first Americans, it's not really accurate, in my humble opinion. Why do I say this? Because several months ago I came upon this information coming out of Webster's Dictionary 1828 online edition. Now, in 1828, slavery was still going on here in my country. Slavery was ended in 1865, I believe. So here in 1828, slavery here in the United States was still in full effect. Anyway, I came upon this dictionary, online dictionary, and I checked what is the definition of American back in 1828. And it says here, adjective pertaining to America. American, noun, a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals. See, it didn't say originally applied to the natives, American Indians. It says originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper color races. Now, of course, who are the copper color races? Look, let's go back in 1828. Who were the copper color races back then? Black people, right? Okay, you go into Africa, what do you see in Africa? Okay, the homeland of human beings, the birthplace of human civilization, the home of many different shades of black people. You have in South Africa, you have the Sand people, very fair-skinned. You have somewhere in Africa the Fulanis, very straight, pheno features, straight nose and stuff. So in Africa itself has many dark or brown or light-skinned complected people in Africa without the Europeans coming in Africa and messing with the black Africans, thus spawning light-skinned, the next generation of Africans. So black people comes in many colors without the Europeans interjecting their whiteness into the black race. Okay, so copper color means anything from dark brown to light brown, right? Okay, the Indians back there, the Native American Indians, were the complexion of the Mexicans of today, right? Uh, you know, looking like Latinos, Hispanics, okay? And anthropologists say that the Native Americans original descended from what you call it, Mongolians, Mongoloids, people from coming over from the Bering Straits, okay, and African. Well, I won't say African Americans. I would say Americans, okay, that has dark complexion. copper color Americans believe that we were here first. Black people were here first. This is why here this dictionary is saying copper colored people. Okay, and I subscribe to this belief that dark skinned Aboriginal Americans were here before the Mongols came down into came into the United States from the Bering Strait and mixed with the copper colored people, thus producing the Native Americans that we know of today. This is why they're a little lighter than copper colored people. And of course we know that as time went on in the United States, black people were no longer called Negroids, they were called colored, right? Okay, so when you go on to Google and you click onto copper colored people, okay, you get images of copper colored people. Okay? Like a good example, use a penny as a copper color example. Okay? This is copper color. This is fair skinned. Okay? Copper color hand. Okay? Fair skinned man, copper color. Right? Right. And then when you look at, go to Google and you you type up modern Native Americans and what they look like today. Okay, so click onto this. Here are images for modern Native Americans. Let's see what they look like today. Is this copper color? No, sir. Is this copper color? No, sir. Is this copper color? No, sir. Let's go on. Is this copper color? No, sir. Is this copper color? No, sir. Okay, one more time. Let's see. Is she copper color? No, sir. Okay, these are white people, okay, posing as Native Americans. My research showed me that back when, in 1800s, 1700s, poor whites were able to assume Native American culture by paying $5. Okay, back then they would call those people that pay $5 to assume a Native American identity. Those people, white people, were called $5 Indians. Okay, and this is what we see today. Okay, so when you go back in the past, you see copper colored people were, of course, us, black people, right? Right. Once again, the Western Dictionary said copper colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. Right. So when you go into Google and you type up emeralds of America or pictures of America, what do you get? You get this. Okay? You get black, dark-skinned, melanated people, right? This is what the Europeans saw when they came here to America. When Christopher Columbus came here, he came in with two black people, two Moors, okay? People that were they were Moors, they were black people, okay? Helping navigating Columbus ships here to America. Okay, so look at this: emeralds of America, black people. Okay, black. I don't like to use the term black because I found out what the word black truly means in the Black Law Dictionary, which means no rights. You don't have any rights. You're not a person, and they want to call us African Americans because by them calling us African Americans, we would think we come from Africa. I don't think we came from Africa. Okay, I think one time, a long time, the continents were one. And yes, I believe life started in Africa and in other parts. I mean, Africa was everything. The whole continent, in my opinion, was everything. Africa and other, parts of land was connected to Africa. It was just one land. Okay, we call it Africa, but life began there. And since Africa is a big place, some of us just moved around further, in Africa. And when the land split, and came over here in the Atlantic, ocean area, by this area, uh, you know, kept the black people on that land, which is now called America. And and you have most historians that came to the Americas uh, in the 1400s and stuff like that, describe the natives here back then as dark-skinned looking people with curly hair, okay, looking like Ethiopians. All right. Um, and I came upon an article, I would say last month or maybe 2 months ago, where some archaeologists had found a skull here in America, and they dated the skull back to maybe 40, 50,000 years ago. And they said the skull, when they did some little DNA, or kind of like came up with a educated guess what the skull may look like if they reconstructed it. They said the skull of the person may most likely will look not like the Native Americans we know of, of the past. They would look like dark melanated people and living in Madagascar somewhere, down in that area, right? Oceanic people looking like them. So yeah, so I'm basically trying to say that I don't believe in the theory that we black Americans here were once slaves. No, I think we were here first, then came the Mongoloids, right, and it mixed with us, and then produced the Native Americans. And this is why here in the United States you find mounds, okay, like pyramids, mounds, and that these people, these dark-skinned people, see in background mounds, they were buried, they dead in these mounds. There's mounds all over the world. I just found out recently that there's mounds in the Philippines, okay, called Chocolate Hills. All right, and we know that the ancient people of the Philippines were the Negritos. Okay, they were there before the fair-skinned modern Filipinos we know of today, appeared in the Philippines. The Philippines was just mostly full of dark-skinned people. So yeah, so and they say recently the white man just came on the scene not 8 or 9 thousand years ago. So I mean, you don't have to really be a genius to really come up with the idea, educated guess, that black people were in all the lands of the world before the white man and the yellow man. And if that's the case, then we were here too in the Americas. Yeah, so I just want to like interject my opinion on the Aboriginal American debate. Yeah, so, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube about uh, black people being Aboriginals Americans. Yeah. So I guess I was in this. Let me see here. Yeah, a lot of videos, especially this guy here. Okay, this politician openly in public called black Americans Aboriginals. Okay, so he already knows. Okay, he already knows that we are Aboriginals. Okay, we were here a long time. Black people is the first people, man, on this earth. We've been here a long time. We are made in the image of God. Like in the book of Genesis, it says, God made man out of the dust. What is the color of dust, guys and gals? Black, right? Dark, right? Dark-skinned, right? Dust, right? This is why anthropologists is always finding uh, and being proven that black people is already here. It proves that black people is already here. First, Homo sapiens sapiens. And I don't believe in evolution. I don't believe that black people comes from Neanderthals or Denisovans or the other hominins that were in Africa. I think they were complete different species. We didn't evolve from them. Black people didn't evolve from them. God don't make he doesn't create the same thing over and over and over and over. Okay? So those hominids in Africa were completely not human. They were not human, okay? And I don't believe we came from there. We came from them. Okay, I don't. We are a distinct being made in God's image. Those other hominids that were in Africa millions of years ago, were like creatures. Okay, were not made in the image of God with no soul, in my humble opinion. Alright, I'll end this video now. Everyone take care. Please take care of yourselves today. God bless and bye.